Thank you.
Thank God, because I could listen to your recordings. That's how I learn. I have to listen to them once or twice.
I never remember that bloody button.
All right, Peggy, I hit a folder in Dropbox. And I'm looking at my ribbon up above and nothing is highlighted.
It's not highlighted, Tony. Is it up there? The only thing that should be highlighted is the folder you selected,
Right, that's highlighted.
meaning it's
But then-
blue, right?
Yes, it's blue.
So you click any of those buttons you want to use. They're not highlighted, they're just there.
No, but they need to be highlighted for it to move. I want to move it out, right? And move is not highlighted, it's just up there.
Okay, Tony, so why don't you show us your screen and everyone can learn from this. And then we're going to go on to my agenda. Go ahead and show us your screen.
All right, hold on, let me get back to where I was then.
No, all you got to do is click share screen.
Okay, yeah, all right. That means I
Hi,
got to get
Paul.
back into Zoom. I'm not in Zoom. There we go. Okay. Okay. Doesn't stay, here we go. All right, share screen.
And then you click the blue share button in the bottom right corner of that window.
Okay, yeah. All right. I have in my Dropbox, I have all of these folders over here, right?
Yeah.
I selected
understood.
2007 Italy trip. So I click on that. Now, none of this
No, you,
ribbon is
Tony,
highlighted.
Tony,
What?
you've selected it in the wrong window. What's over on the left is kind of a directory of everything. If you
Okay.
put your cursor up where it says Dropbox and click there,
Here?
up in the top, above the trip, yes, right there.
Okay,
Now all
Oh.
your folders are over on the right.
okay.
So now when you select any folder, your ribbon works. The ribbon is
Okay, I see
associated.
it.
Okay, hang on. The ribbon is associated with individual items you're selecting on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, you're basically just looking at everything that's on your computer.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Did everybody get that?
No, I just got in.
It's all right. Don't worry. Tony's going to stop showing his screen now.
Yeah, we're gonna have a test, Paul.
Oh, my God.
Paul, the good
But
news.
she's recording. She's
All right,
recording it
stop
so you
share.
can
There we
listen.
go. All right, thank you very much.
Okay, you're very welcome, Tony. I have about 5 things I have to share on my list, but I also, hang on, I'm going to turn on my heater. I'm freezing. But I also wanted to check in with you because it is the last Windows class. I'm probably going to have to push the security session. I'm thinking I may do that after the session is over.
Oh, my.
You know what I'm saying?
No, what session? Which session?
Okay, so not today, Paul. I won't make you stay with us that long since I know you just came from French.
But paranoiacs are us. We
I-
are very, very, very scared.
I know. I want to be able to do, it's not a Windows or an Apple thing.
Mhm.
The security session is really an everybody thing.
Yeah.
So I want to do my Apple class, but I may not have as many of those. So we may be able to take the last class and do this, but if the Apple people have more needs than I think, I will add a class on the end
Got it.
after the winter session is over, because it's the only one I'll be doing. I will not be doing all the other classes because they'll be finished. So to just do one session on security wouldn't be a big problem. Okay, does that make sense?
Yep.
So what I'm planning to talk about is a malware protection, virus protection, and things to be aware of and not do.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
today, Peggy? Is
No,
that what- Oh, in the
Nope.
future, yeah.
right.
yes,
The week
Right.
I was just talking
Yeah,
about, which,
okay.
so I want that to be with everybody, and my Apple people aren't here. So that's why I was going to do an additional session on security.
Thank you.
I'm
Okay.
Apple.
I
Yeah,
know
I'm
you're
gonna-
Apple, Mimi. I just meant most of my Apple people aren't here.
Yeah.
You're a hybrid.
Yeah, I'm also a hybrid because I still have my old iPad. I might as well learn how to use it.
And that's a compliment, Mimi, not an insult. Okay,
I don't take it as an insult.
good. So are there other things that you all really wanted you haven't gotten? I really wish that Jerry was here, because I know she probably has File Explorer down pretty well and left us last week. So I was hoping she'd come back. What other things besides security? I know that's one of them, but other things you really wanted to cover, we didn't.
May I ask a question?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
I don't know if this is, other people have the same thing, but I have Carbonite, and then comes Gene Rubel, and he's putting in this Dropbox. And I don't know whether I need Dropbox and Carbonite both, because they seem to be doing the same thing or something similar.
Okay, Gene didn't put Dropbox on your computer. Gene is using Dropbox as a way to share documents with people who are in his classes or who are on, who are his clients. So he's trying to use Dropbox as a way to share documents with you more easily.
So should I install it?
Yes, it's not a problem. You're only going to have the tiny little 2 gig. Don't say you want to save everything in your whole computer to Dropbox. You just want to, hello. Sorry, the last movie just popped up on my screen. It finished rendering finally. So installing it just gives you access to things he shares with you there.
Because I'm getting all these emails constantly from Dropbox, install this, that. I mean, does it have any great, is it the same or similar to Carbonite?
So let me do this, Paul. Let me log into your computer one of these days, since I already told you I owe you tech support.
You don't owe me anything.
By the way, watch, look. Is that cool? And watch this part, Paul. You're going to love it. Just let it get.
What is that?
So the backlight goes away, and then as soon as I put my fingers near it, it comes back on.
Right.
Anyway,
Nice.
in my beautiful mouse,
Good.
beautimous.
Did
Okay.
you learn how to open it so you can put the battery in it?
I know I felt so bad for Jean. I called her actually, and I think what she's trying to do is pop it out instead of push it up or pull it down,
Uh-huh.
and I think but it's really hard to describe that to someone when you can't stand next to them and show them, Poor girl. We had the same problem last time. I felt so bad. It never occurred to me because I pick this stuff up all the time and I'm always,
Right.
Anyway, let me log in some point, Paul, and let me look at what's trying to install. And that way I can help you just install the part you need and not anything else.
Yeah, thank you.
Because you don't need a full drop. You have already plenty of places that your stuff is being backed up. Number one is being backed up in Carbonite,
Yeah.
but number two, you also have Google Photos.
Yes.
So all your pictures are being backed up. The last thing you need is Dropbox.
Thank you.
How did he get Google Photos?
Because it's free.
Okay, so you can apply for it.
Well, you get
Yeah.
15.
No, you already
15
have it. If you have
We already have it. Okay, for on Windows 10.
go ahead, Paul. What were you going to say?
I'm just saying they get 15 gigs for free. 15 gigabytes at Google Photos for free, unless they've changed their ways.
I was gonna say, I think you might even get more than that if you don't upload high. If on Google Photos, you only upload low, you let them make them low resolution, you can have as much as you want. If
Oh,
you want to be the original resolution that you took the photo at, then they put a limit on how much, and I think
Okay.
it's 15 gig or, but even then, it's not, it's still free. You just only have so much space. You don't pay
Right.
for it. It's part of your Google account. And everybody has it. It's just Android phones can be set up to sync with Google Photos so that your stuff automatically is saved there.
Yeah, but is it gonna save it at high resolution, or do you tell it you
You
want
can,
low?
it depends on how you sync it.
Okay,
I have
So,
one more question.
sure.
Talking about backups and safety and paranoia,
Yeah,
things-
okay, that's
and
your favorite
things that-
topic,
things that go kaput all the time.
correct?
Okay, so I have this carbonite, I'm sure you guys do too, and photos. How about means putting in a thumb drive and backing it all up and having the thumb drive in the safety box somewhere?
Okay, two things. Thumb drives are not big enough for everything you have. Although I will say they are getting bigger. You can now get a 128 gig thumb drive. So you can do that. And I would probably use a thumb drive before I would ever invest in an external hard drive.
Okay, there you go.
I have at least 4 external hard drives sitting in my equipment basket that are broken. I hate them. Invariably, they quit working.
Oh,
They just quit.
I had that same question to Peggy this morning, Paul, with that Costco is selling a 1 terabyte portable drive.
They're very finicky. They are,
Yeah,
they're the
okay.
most finicky. Well, printers are the most finicky, but external hard drives are extremely finicky. And
Okay.
I have lost probably a half a dozen in the time I've been involved with technology, at least. I have 2, one from my brother-in-law. He wants me to try to get the pictures off. And I just have to get it to either Gene or Gary Secor and say, can you help me? Because I can't get anything off it.
huh.
So that's my advice on that.
Hey, cutie.
All right, anything else we didn't cover you wish we had? Hold on a minute, what is this? Show of shows.
Sweetest.
That's, who's that committee that used to have show of shows on Saturday night?
Sid Caesar and Imogene.
Yes, Sid Caesar, right.
Yep, and you're gonna see it the last week, so.
Oh, good.
But it keeps popping up wanting me to save it, and so I wanted to make it stop doing that. Okay. So, anything else?
You know, you taught us how to, if we were writing an email, we could speak to it and it writes itself, you know?
Voice narration.
Yeah, but mine didn't work.
Mine didn't either.
You have to go in the settings and do something. I forgot what they said. I had to, they said you have to activate something. I don't know.
On your computer?
No, it was the iPad.
Oh, well, you know,
Okay, so 2 things.
Hmm.
Remember, this is a Windows function. So if you're in an app that's not a Windows app, like if I do it in Outlook, Outlook is a Windows app. If you're in Gmail or Yahoo or whatever, it may not work in that app. Like I just hit Windows H and it came up and tried to initialize, and then it says it's stop dictating.
What's Windows H?
Interesting. It's not supported in this app. Okay, so you will have to play a little bit. So here's the theory behind this. All right. So the idea is that I could open Outlook. Yeah, and you just opened the wrong thing. Why am I suddenly turning crazy? Okay.
You're with us.
Yeah, that would explain it.
Yeah.
Good answer, Tone.
Contagious.
We'll see if this works. I don't use it, so I haven't practiced with it a lot. But theoretically, I'm trying to get this out of my way. I could do a new message. Okay, so let me just make this a little smaller because I know all these menus get in the way. Okay, can you kind of see me?
Yeah,
Okay.
see your screen anyway.
Right, so you can see this is Outlook open, right?
Mhm.
That all makes sense?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to try this. Remember, I haven't done this, okay? So if I do Windows H, Donnell Johnson,
Mm,
you see it?
yeah.
Yep.
I didn't type that.
Right. And look at that. It even put the C
Hello,
in.
Donnell. Windows H. Donnell, comma. Come on, Peggy. Donnell, comma.
Oh,
Return, return. Enter, enter. Sorry.
You have to clean up
I
the
know how
address,
this is supposed to go and I screwed up.
Peggy.
Hold on. How are you feeling today? Period.
That's a question mark.
Space, space. See, it's supposed to hear the spaces. See, there it goes. As real spaces.
Yeah.
huh.
And you want to know what's real interesting? When I'm doing this on my computer, I can't hear any of you.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of fascinating.
Now you see the address up there? That's not going to go out.
Tony, it's because I clicked it wrong. When I said Donnell Johnson,
There you go.
it
Now
brought
it's
up Donnell Johnson and I clicked it.
good.
I was just trying to do that and make my point about whether or not it works. All right, so I know when you do things in something like Word,
You can't do it in Gmail, is that what you're saying?
I don't know the answer to that, Mimi, probably not, but let's
That's
see.
where I do my mail.
Why wouldn't it be? Isn't Gmail a Google function?
Remember that what you're talking about here is we're in Windows 10. And what I'm showing you are Windows 10 functions. So Windows H.
Are you accusing us of not
Mimi.
having Windows 10?
Yeah, there it is. It works.
This is a test.
Oh,
Testing.
huh.
Hi, Mimi. Come on. Hi, Mimi.
There it is.
Comma.
Huh.
Enter, enter. Yeah, see, that's weird because when I saw them demonstrating this, the enter, enter, it recognizes as a return, return, but it may be that I'm just using the wrong word. But that's Gmail, Mimi.
Okay, I'll try
So-
again.
The issue may be is that we need to go to settings. Whoop. and turn it on.
Oh, the microphone?
Yep.
Oh, that may be the problem.
So there is a speech recognition setting. Let me look at this again. Let me try.
Oh, there you go. Use your voice to control PC, huh?
So talk instead of type, okay? So you have to turn it on.
Now, what is the main heading there? It was settings, and then what did you go to? Settings, and how did you get to
Interesting.
that?
What I do with settings, and this is something that it's worth showing you, I frequently don't remember where in settings things might be. So what I do is I use the terminology they used in the tutorial I was looking at, and they called it voice dictation. And so it gave me this option. So I clicked it and it took me here.
It's a speech.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, where is it? Do you see speech in the main
Typically,
menu?
speech is something that shows up under ease of access, which is the whole accessibility menu in terms of how you can do things. So they take you right to use dictation. And if you turn it on, I guess it would probably work better.
Yeah, that's probably the problem I had.
I don't know. Welcome to speech recognition. Next. So I guess I don't know what I'm using. We'll try that. Yeah, see, this is a whole different deal, I think, but we'll see. Oh yeah, it's using my webcam, which is what I use for my microphone. Okay.
Now, can you try it with some other email program that you
I'm
might
gonna
have?
try. Hey, I'll try it right now.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't
What
know what
else?
that means, but we'll find out. Here is a list of those commands I was trying to use. Start, open Cortana. I don't know where all that came from, but I don't care. So let's see if this works. I'm gonna have to turn this off after we're done.
Why
Okay.
did you use it? It seems like it would be easy
Yeah, really.
once you get it
So
started.
open Windows Cortana.
No, no.
I didn't do that very well. You can turn it on and off. Do you see this funny little control up here?
Yeah.
Okay, this is it. It opened it up. So if I turn it on, open Word.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Oh,
I mean, that's a big plus.
Start new document. New document. Let's just click.
Maybe it has to go through speech recognition with you, you know, it might probably learn what you're saying.
Now is the time for all of us to figure
Yeah.
out
Look at this.
what we think about accessibility. Well, it did think instead of think.
it's your accent,
Yeah, right.
your Southern accent. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, it
Um,
seems to me, Peggy, that
enter-
would come in handy.
Okay, hold on. Enter. Enter. Enter.
Doesn't like that
This
word.
is a new paragraph.
Mhm. Mhm.
Period. Up. See, I said period. enter. See, it doesn't like it when it gets stuck.
I don't like it when it gets stuck either.
You have to wait a minute and then it'll come back. So you'd have to play with how to use this, but there it is.
Wow.
So,
That seems to me that comes in handy.
well, of course it does. This is how Fred Shear did most of what he did. Because he had software, voice recognition software.
And you said there's a way to save that?
Save, oh, it's right here in settings to turn it on, Bobby.
No, I mean, what you just dictated. You want to save that then?
You just save it as a file, right? Okay.
Hey, Beth, wouldn't that come
Open
in handy
Word.
for what you're doing? Beth, you know, where you're doing your storyboard?
I think my typing is better than.
Oh, okay. All right. See, my typing is very poor, so that would be a plus for me if it recognizes my accent.
Well, you'd have to go,
You-
I would think you'd have to go back in anyway and correct spelling, correct words and names and stuff like
You-
that. That's just your rough draft, basically.
Do you have to turn it off or else it'll write everything you're saying?
It's right here. It's just a
Yeah.
little microphone, very similar to when you're on Zoom. Open Word. New document. Enter. Enter. Now is the time for all of us to be better. Exclamation point.
Doesn't get
So you would have to, I have never set this up with my voice recognition. All right. So I'm playing around here. Okay. But all I did was go in and turn on. Now, Bobby, if I want to save this, you're going to do the same thing you do in any Windows program. You're going to go to File. You're going to go to Save As. You're going to browse so that you can decide where you want to save it using Windows Explorer. You would probably just leave it in New Documents. Hi, Ursula. And then you would hit Save.
Boy, that's amazing.
Okay. Theoretically, had I left the dictation on, I probably could have done all those commands by voice.
Is this called Cortana?
No, Cortana
This
is a whole different thing.
Oh, okay.
Cortana is a lot like
Siri. isn't it?
Siri.
Yeah.
So,
Peggy, what I see that might be a negative is when you said new document, it actually typed in new document instead of just bringing up a blank page.
Tony, it's going to take some work.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, what I said a minute ago is I haven't set it up. You know, so it hasn't been prepped for my voice, and you would do a lot of work with it, and it's not supposed to be a sophisticated speech recognition piece of software. It's a small insert in Windows 10. Cortana, Paul, is right down here. And if you click where it says talk to Cortana, I keep forgetting. Hold on, because I don't use this either.
Got to sign in for everything. Well, I have a friend who uses her phone to send text messages, and all she does is speak into it, and it works beautifully.
Mhm.
It's talking to me. The microphone icon. Do you see a microphone icon? Oh. Cortana, what's the weather?
Right now, it's cloudy and 35. The forecast shows cloudy skies with a high of 38 and a low of 27. There's also a wind advisory in effect until 4 p.m. tomorrow.
Wow, that's a long time.
It is.
The wind was awful this morning.
Yeah, I talked to my
Cortana,
cousin.
can you
oh,
open Word?
Okay, I'll open Word.
Okay, so she does similar things. She just opened Word.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more, these things are all going to be more compatible with Windows-based programs.
Yep.
Because it's a Windows 10, app. So one of the things I'm going to show you, I just got this to open up by hitting the button on my new keyboard. This is the plain old regular calculator that used to be around, right?
Yep.
Everybody recognizes it. Well, they've upgraded it. So if you go over here, you can do all these things.
Oh
You
my
can
gosh. look at
calculate
that.
length, volume, whoops.
Will it take milliliters into ounces and stuff? Is there something like
Yep,
that?
right here, milliliters into teaspoons, into
Oh,
ounces.
look at that. Boy, that would come in handy.
Okay, that's why I'm showing you this.
Yeah,
See, I
great.
try to give you treats. I try. You can also go to graphing. Those of you who are mathematicians and scientists, and you can go over here and you can put in some formula.
Wow.
X plus Y equals 4.
Where did you find that?
And then you click here and it will show you what it looks like, if it looks like anything.
Well, that should, yeah.
No, I didn't do
No,
anything that was worth
right.
anything. I am not a mathematician. Ask my poor deceased
Yeah.
father would be happy to tell you that.
Ask Beth. She's a mathematician.
So the example they gave that I don't remember is they put in a mathematical expression, a formula, and then when you click on graph, it shows you the graph.
Is this Windows 10?
Yes,
How do I know if I have Windows 10?
you have Windows 10, Paul.
I do.
You do.
Oh,
You can ask Cortana.
How did you get into that, Peggy? You went in-
Okay,
The
so what you want to know is where's the calculator, right?
yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So the beauty of Windows 10 is if you click on your start button
Yeah.
and you can just type anything you want right there. All I did was start typing calculator
Oh, okay.
and it brought it right up. And there's my
Wow.
calculator.
Huh.
Let me show you that again. If I hit the Windows button,
Yeah.
come on,
Can you get it as an icon to put on your desktop permanently?
I'll show you that in a second, Tony.
Okay.
So my point in this demonstration is that we frequently don't know where things are. Where this
Or
is,
even if we have them, we didn't know we had them.
right, where this is under Windows accessories, I believe. Nope, it's not even under there. Tools, maybe. See, I don't know where it is either.
Yeah.
So if I click on the Windows home button and just type in what I'm looking for, it shows it to me. Okay, so here it is, right?
Yeah,
Let me do it again because I screwed up.
Where did you type it in?
Okay, I'm going to show you one more time. So if you click your start button,
Yeah.
you don't have to be anywhere. If you just start typing, do you see down in the bottom it says type here to search?
No.
It
Oh,
says
yeah.
down here.
Yeah.
So just by clicking the start button, I get my cursor right there.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see that. Yeah.
I can
Okay.
also put my cursor down there. The advantage to doing it in the start button is that it looks everywhere. Like one time I wanted to find a Lenovo program because something on my laptop wasn't working. And it takes me to a whole bunch of stuff I would never have found on my own. All right, so I click, I type calculator,
Ah,
okay? So now here is the app. It's an
Okay.
app,
Okay,
okay? And if I go right here and click, I'm gonna open it.
yeah,
If I go here and I left click,
okay,
I get a menu, right?
yep,
Mhm.
Into start, app settings, rate review, share, uninstall, unpin from taskbar. I can also, come on. Hold on. Doesn't like me all of a sudden.
well, the calculator sure has a lot of functions associated with it, though.
So if I pin it to start, okay? So now when I hit start, it is pinned somewhere. That's why I never do that. Oh, oh,
holy God.
it's right there on its own. See
Yep.
it?
Yep.
So I pinned it to start, so it put it right there. So now if I right click, do you see how it says more and it says,
Yeah,
yeah, it won't let me put it. Why won't it let me put it here?
right, yeah, isn't that interesting?
Well, I have it here because here it is.
Yeah, but is it in, oh, it's down there? Yeah, you have it.
I do.
How did you do that, though?
Good question.
Wow.
Guess I'll have to remember.
Maybe it's voice recognition.
Good point, Mimi.
Maybe if Cortana is listening too.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
The trouble with voice recognition is that you got to be careful what you say around your open.
Okay,
computer.
hold on. I know why it didn't come up because it's already there.
Okay.
Sorry, that was my stupidity.
Okay. Yeah, that's why it's saying you can unpin it from the task. bar.
Correct, correct,
Yeah,
because it's
okay.
already there. But the beauty of this that a lot of us don't even realize is there, you can do all this stuff. I can get currency. So
Wow.
I can have the United States and I can go with another currency.
Oh,
Is it that come in handy?
It could, couldn't it? I
Oh,
could
yeah.
do weight and mass, kilograms versus pounds,
mhm.
temperature, Celsius versus Fahrenheit.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, it's a huge little deal. I was pretty
Yeah.
impressed. I don't use this. Normally I use the standard old calculator. But once I started exploring, I thought, wow, I need to pay more attention to this.
This
is
would come in
great.
handy, Peg, because I'm looking at a bunch of YouTubes right now that are out of, it's an Italian guy who apparently is Arabic by culture because his background music for his recipes are all Arabic style music. And of course, everything is in the metric system. So you know, 100,
Right.
160 milliliters of milk or so like that, and the
Right,
rest
right.
ounces of that.
So that's the calculator, okay? I'm gonna run through some of these things. So I wanna go to something called Focus Assist. Okay? Focus Assist is an interesting little deal. So if you're somebody that doesn't want to get notifications popping up in the bottom right corner, you know, those little annoying dings.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
yeah. We all get them.
So over here, I've got all these little things, right? So you've got different settings with Focus Assist. I can have priority only. So what that means is I can go here and I customize what I think are priority notifications. You know, like if you're on a phone or if you're on a laptop or you get calls or you get other notifications, you decide which apps get through and which don't. All right. You can also do something called alarms only, which means ain't nobody going to notify you about anything unless it's really like all the computer's burning.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
That's
nice.
called focus assist. All righty. Now,
Now this is all in the start menu.
this is all in settings, Tony.
Settings. Oh, okay, settings. All right.
Here's what I do. I don't spend my time trying to remember what's in settings, where things are, okay? I just go to settings
Okay.
and I search at the top because I'd have to go, I don't know. Now this happens to all be in personalization, but I don't have to remember that because I can just go here and type in what it is I'm trying to find.
Okay.
Now you can see that over here, there's a lot of other things they consider part of the system menu. All these things here, all right? But I don't care, I wanna start here. I'm gonna always go here first, and then you don't have to remember where the hell they are.
Okay.
So I wanna show you she says, so smart. Did you see how smart she was there?
Yeah.
All right, so this is personalization, and this is where you change colors. So this is under colors right over here. Everybody see where I am?
Right.
Yeah.
So my color is light, but I could go to dark. Do you see how everything turned black on the bottom?
Yep.
My taskbar is all black. Okay. I could make an accent color. So my taskbar would be a little different. You follow me? All right.
My gosh, you really can customize this whole damn computer, can't you? God.
Okay, lock screen. This is my lock screen.
What would
Good.
you use that for, Peggy?
It's just you can make your lock screen when your computer goes to sleep look differently than it
Oh,
does.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. The
Mhm.
background, let me go back to this colors because I just want to find this. I don't want an accent color. There's a way that you can, woo, that's an interesting one. See, there's always something. Because they had it so you could pick one color for your window, you know, how it's outlined, and a different color for an app.
Mm.
But I'll have to figure that one out because I've lost it. I thought it was right here, but obviously I've lost it. So I don't want that. Where did I put it? I'm kind of a light person. I prefer the light.
like that.
Right. This
Yeah.
is me. I tend to like that. But I have also done custom. Oh, here it is. Duh. So I could make my windows dark, but leave the app mode light. So all of my taskbar, my start menu, all of those things are dark, but the inside of an application when I open it up is still light.
Okay.
So you've got choices. I can also pick a color. I have done this in the past where I've said, I like that color. And it shows up in my, I can make it on my task bar, my title bars. See how it's purple?
Yep.
So I can change and see how this is purple?
Well, look at your
And
settings here is
e-
purple down there.
Eventually, it'll be purple down here. See?
Okay.
It's all purple. So you can decide what you want it to look like.
Too much, huh, Paul?
But it's your way of being able to customize so it does what you want. That's what personalization is about. So you can change the fonts, and this is where you can pick the font you want, and you can pick the size it is. I like the font picking myself, but you decide what you want the font to be.
Well, they teach you that in printing, that some fonts are very easy to read and others are a lot more difficult. So,
They do indeed, don't they?
Right.
Yes, they do. Okay, so I recommend at some point you just go play. Now everything is purple. I'm gonna have to go change that. There's a really cool thing that I'm gonna play with. You guys will have to decide if you wanna fool around with it, but there's something called Microsoft Power Toys. And basically it lets you do a whole bunch of things with even more detail than what we've talked about so far. But I'm thinking I'm probably pushing you over the edge. So I'm just going to show you 2 additional things and then we're going to quit.
bravo.
Okay, so this is File Explorer, all right? And you remember Snap Assist is what they call it. When I showed you that I can take this and I can put it in this corner, right? And I can take it and I can put it down in this corner. Or I can take it and I can just pull it to the left and it's this half. And then it says, well, if that's that half, what do you want for this half? And I can pick something else. Or I can make them all just float. Right? Does that make sense, y'all?
Yeah.
Do you understand how Snap Assist works? You drag and pull the window to the side you want it in.
Okay.
And then you pick the window that's going to be on the other side. It's one of the ways you multitask. But just so you know, there is a setting. See how purple it is?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to, that you have to have it on. So the Snap Assist needs to be on. Okay, that's all I wanted to show you. One last thing, and then I'm going to call it quits.
Hey, Peggy, that Snap Assist, would you use that if you had dual monitors or triple monitors like some people do?
No, that's a whole different technique,
Oh,
Tony.
Okay.
I use Snap Assist if I'm managing files. If I'm in File Manager, I'm going to open File Manager. I do this all the time.
Okay.
And I'm going to put Dropbox on this side. And then I'm going to put, I'm going to take Documents and I'm going to put it on that side.
Okay. And then you just can move them
Drag
over.
and drop, drag and drop.
Right. Okay.
All right. So from file management, Snap Assist is a huge, huge help. The other thing is when I'm working on the website and I have one page up in one window and another page up in another, I can copy and paste. So If I have something on the general outline for classes, I can copy it and I can paste it in the other window and I don't have to retype the whole damn thing. So Snap Assist comes in handy. This lovely other thing that I was teasing you with lets you control the dimensions of each of the sections. So you can decide to have 3 sections and the middle one can be big and the 2 side ones can be small. You could have them all float. You can have, so anyway, it's got cool stuff. I'll show it to you sometime. Snap Assist, last thing. Trying to think where they showed me. Okay, so if I select something, all right, and I Control C copy it, it's up here in the clipboard. You see it?
Yep.
If I select something else and copy it, it's there too. See it over here?
Yep.
Now let's say I go down here. Woo, my fingers are flying.
That's very true.
And now it's there. So here in my clipboard, I have the last 3 things I copied. Let's say I go to some other document and I go, well, shoot, I can take everything and I can paste it all right in there. So your clipboard basically keeps a history until you dump it or shut down, you know, of everything that you copied to the clipboard.
Okay.
So I
it's
know that probably
self-cleaning.
sounds annoying, but, or not useful, but if you think about the times you would love to go back and pick something up that you copied and just paste it in your document, it's all right here. Are you making any sense out of that, y'all?
Mhm.
Jordan.
When can we look at the recording of this session?
If you want to be able to do that, do you see this right here?
Yeah,
It's in settings. I typed clipboard, save multiple items to the clipboard to use later. And now, even if I'm not in Microsoft Word, if I'm in anything on Windows 10, anything, I can get the same thing by Windows and the V key. Because I just turned it on. And I can also sync that across devices on which I have Windows 10.
What other devices would you have that have?
I have a laptop. I have 2 desktops right
Okay,
here,
all right, yeah.
all of
all right,
which have Windows 10.
Understand.
All right.
This is a lot of
That's,
information, Peggy.
I know. That's
Gonna
why
have
I'm
to
stopping.
digest it.
That's why I'm stopping. I wanted you to be happy in the last Windows class to get lots of stuff. It
Oh,
takes
boy.
a little time. It'll probably be up tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
There was something I was copying. I don't remember what it was, but it said this is moved to your clipboard.
Right.
And then I couldn't get it off my clipboard. I didn't know how to find it, how to get it.
What were you in, Mary?
I do not know. But
Well,
I don't,
that's the issue.
I don't know how to use clipboard,
I
but
know,
I know.
that's what, Mary, that's what I was just showing you. If you're in Microsoft Word, okay, then you use the clipboard when you're in Microsoft Word, okay? Come on. It's right up over here. Do you see I'm in my home ribbon, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And right there, this is all your clipboard. It says paste and all that stuff, right?
Okay.
And then right at the bottom, it says clipboard and it's got this little arrow. One of the things that's important to know about Microsoft programs that use the ribbon, on the top, they give you the most commonly used things, right? So you can see, like if I do, and then I copy it. Okay, so now do you see copy is lit?
Mm-hmm.
Because I just copied something, right? Every one of these things, if I pick any of these things, I get these little menu items along the ribbon. This is how my paragraph is formatted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a list. This is a numbered list. This is an outline. So all these things are here. This is how my text looks. It's the style part of the ribbon. This is the editing. But do you see underneath each one of these, and this is why Microsoft Office is such a phenomenal piece of software. Word, Excel, they all work this way. PowerPoint, right underneath the main items along the ribbon, there's a word. And next to that word, there's a little expand button. Do you remember how if your Zoom pictures get caught up in the top right corner, teeny tiny, there's a little expand button? Same thing. If I
Okay.
use this expand button, I get my full clipboard with everything on it from this session. If I use the font expand button, I get every font menu. If I click the paragraph, I can do all kinds of things beyond these buttons. Are you tracking with me?
Oh, that's helpful.
All right, so if you use Word and you're in Word or Outlook and they have a ribbon, underneath the ribbon is an expand menu that lets you go and get everything that is available regarding that function. And here what it does is it gives you the bloody clipboard and everything that's been put on it. What I was just trying to show you is you can just use the Windows key and the V key and you get a clipboard history for every Windows 10 program you've been using. So if I do the Windows V, do you see? Here's my clipboard. You see it over here? Hold
Where
on.
is- Hold
Let
on.
me get these people out of the way.
Yeah.
So over here in the bottom right corner is my clipboard. And it's everything I just wrote in Office, in Word.
Okay.
And
So
I
have
can take
you,
that and I can put it anywhere I want. Now that I've selected it, I can open an email and I can paste it in that email. So what I'm saying to you is if you turn it on in settings, you basically have a functioning clipboard in Windows 10 that with the Windows and the V key, you always have available to go back and get something that you put on the clipboard.
But that's
So the
only for this session. As soon as you turn the computer off.
Yes,
wipe
I don't
all
think
the
it
history
stays
up.
after your computer is off,
Okay.
but I would have to check that, Tony, but I'm almost
right.
positive.
So the first thing we do is go to settings and get it set up.
Well, you just want to turn it on.
Turn it on. Yeah.
So those were all ways to make your life easier to get you to customize and get it to do what you want. And Bobby has already shared with us that if you right click the menu button, you get a shortcut menu.
Oh,
And that is that right click? Yes. And I always say that backwards. Like how you want to get to settings fast and you don't want to have to find it in the foolish other one. How you can go to device manager, you can go to power options. You can do all that from right clicking the start button. Okay, that's it. That was my list. I got all the way through all of it.
Could I ask a question that's, we haven't talked about it? It has to do with Excel, or should I talk to you separately?
Is it a long question?
No,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. I'm tired.
I know you are, babe. Are you doing
Yeah.
okay?
No,
take
I'm
care,
sort of,
Paul.
I'm not doing very well. I'm sort of weak.
Is
I
it
don't know
because
what-
of the not sleeping, babe, or?
Yeah, I don't, I have all this roaring in my ear and I wake up and all that stuff. So anyway.
Did you
thank
get your
very
first
much.
shot?
Yeah,
Good.
thank you, guys.
Okay,
Until
take
later. Paul.
care.
Bye.
By the way, my
Bye.
first shot cured my soreness in my left arm, believe it or not.
You're
Since
what?
It's supposed to give
Yeah,
you a
I got
score.
my shot Saturday in my left arm, and my arm was sore to begin with. It removed the soreness. I have no pain whatsoever in my muscle.
Great.
You should report that. Maybe that's a side
Yeah.
effect that's good.
That was a positive side effect of that first
Right.
vaccination.
Awesome.
Now, question for Excel.
Okay, hold on, Tony, 1 second. Ursula, next
Yes.
week we start the iPad. We start
Okay.
Apple, okay?
Okay,
I knew you weren't here right at the beginning, so I wanted to make sure you knew.
I appreciate it. I was back at the doctor. I've tried to avoid having shoulder surgery, so.
Yeah, we got to
Okay.
get you to avoid that somehow.
Did you get your first
Um,
shot yet, Ursula?
I got my I haven't worried much about it's my shoulder been so bad I couldn't raise my arm. So I've been constantly back to the surgeon, and he's nice. He said at my age they try to avoid having the rotator cuff replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So
That's a tough deal. Hi, sorry, babe.
Yeah. It's not much fun. I live with some of the same problems, Ursula. So I know where you're coming from.
So sometimes if I'm not quite there, so I spend more time at the doctor in the last months than I have spent in years. So
I
Wow.
know.
Are you able to sleep or does it keep you
well,
awake?
they gave me some when I was at Friday at the at the regular doctor. I said I just need something to get me over the weekend to sleep. So Diana said they gave me some kind of narcotic and just 20 pills. So, but it knocks me out. It makes me sleepy and dizzy and,
Cut them in half, maybe. That might help, so it doesn't knock you completely out, but puts you to sleep.
Well, I only got 20 and already have down to, I only have 5 or 6 left. They told me take one every 6 hours. So,
Well, I can sell you some
Oh,
more.
wow, that's a lot. Yeah.
Tony's a drug dealer.
Right. I can sell
Okay,
you some more.
so, all right. Just take
Now-
care of yourself, okay?
enough of me. I see y'all in the morning.
Take
Okay,
care,
babe.
Ursula.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
thanks, Peggy.
You're welcome. Next
Thank
week we
you.
go Appleized, at least allegedly. Thank you, Beth. You're on tomorrow afternoon.
Looking
Well,
forward to it,
And
Beth.
I think it's going to be Haunani. I thought it was going to be me that was going to host, but I think it will be Haunani because she's snowed in. So she couldn't go get her vaccination.
Oh.
Because they're up in PA and they're going to get about 14 inches. So,
Wow.
Yeah, my cousin on Long Island has already got about 15 inches on the ground.
yeah, yeah, it's a mess.
He's close to the
So
ocean.
anyway, I
now.
just wanted you to know, so you would know. It'll be one of us. But I don't worry about you because you could do it all on your own, actually.
You're right. She's great.
please remind us in the morning.
Beth,
Remind you about Beth's presentation in the afternoon, okay?
Last,
And what is she discussing?
If you look
Pres-
at the email, you would see we did a whole
Okay,
cute
yeah.
little description of her class about a
Oh,
tapestry.
Send it out when? Today?
I sent it out over the
over the
weekend.
weekend.
It's your
I haven't
weekly
looked.
reader. It's the weekly reader, and it's
Okay.
about a tapestry that hangs at Trinity. You've seen it a million times because you've gone by it at my office. And she's going to tell you about what it is.
Oh, good.
Cool.
yeah, last week I almost forgot that we had something on Tuesday afternoon.
I know.
Yeah.
And I didn't push the record button that time.
Well, we just need reminding in the morning that we have something to do in the afternoon.
Yep. All right. We will do it.
Short-term memory, you know.
We
Understood.
might need reminding in the afternoon that we have something in the afternoon.
All
You know,
right,
that
guys.
short-term memory isn't good.
Yeah.
All right, Tony, ask your Excel question
Uh,
and people can decide if they want to go or stay.
Yeah, okay. Now, in Excel, I've had a spreadsheet. I keep track of my monthly expenses on a spreadsheet
Yeah.
from 2013 to, you know, it's going to continue. I'm on like book 9 now, all right, of that sequence. Now, unfortunately, when I open up a new book in that sequence, it always wants to make the characters 11 point, but I would like to change that to 14 point and keep it there permanently. How can I do that? 11 point
So-
seems to be the
It's the
baseline.
default.
yeah.
So when you open a new worksheet
Yes,
in your workbook,
right. Like if I go to
Okay,
2022 now,
hang on a second.
okay,
Hang on a second. If you'll recall, when we were talking about the ribbon,
yeah, that's what brought me to that point. Especially under fonts, you know, imagine you, well, font size, of course, it'd be the font size. I mean, I don't, you know, if it's too much now,
no,
Peggy.
no, I'm just trying to, no, it's not that. It's that I'm trying to decide how to tell you the pieces of what I'm trying to say, okay?
All right,
So anytime you open a workbook in Excel, okay? So
Yeah.
let's say I want to add another a worksheet
right,
and I hit the plus and now I'm at a new worksheet.
okay,
If I go right up here in the ribbon and I change this to 14, automatically my worksheet is now going to be in 14.
but if worksheet number 1 was in 11 for the most part,
It's a default, Tony. So I'm saying it's not about what the other worksheet is. It's that you're working in a default format, okay? The default font is Calibri
right,
and
that's
the
what I'm,
default is 11.
right,
So what you want to be able to do is you want to change the default.
right.
Yeah,
I want to make it to Calibri 14.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Right.
I think the easiest way for me to show you this.
You want me to share my screen with you?
No,
Okay.
I know what it does. That's not the
Okay.
issue. Hang on a second. Is there maybe a, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So I just couldn't remember where the hell it was. So if you open it and you go file
Okay,
and you go down to more, I believe. Yep. And then you go down to options. Can you see that?
yes, down on the bottom there.
Right. So now you're in options and here's where you set your default on everything.
Okay, oh,
So
file,
now,
let me copy that down, file.
sure. So
Let
you
me-
do file. So you just open Excel.
Okay, file,
and you go File, and there's a little more at the very
Yeah,
bottom.
More,
And when you
more,
click it, it gives you another expanded menu,
yeah,
and you go down to Options.
options, okay.
And the very first, there's a bunch of different options, formulas, data, proofing, save. I mean, there's a bunch of them over here,
Right,
but your very first set of options is your most common.
general,
And here, when creating new workbooks, use what as the default font,
you know, I think I've done that, and that's what's puzzling me because,
and then the font size.
right,
So if
I have-
I pick Arial and I pick 12, normal view, and I click, let me make sure there's no save here. And I click OK. Yeah, I know.
what did it say?
I have to close it for it to take
All
effect.
right,
Because then when I reopen and I do a new worksheet, I have Arial 12.
yeah,
See
but
it?
that's, excuse me, that's when you go to a new book and start a new worksheet on a new book. I'm
No,
trying-
no.
Oh,
If you-
okay.
No, you should be able to set that. Now, if the issue is it's not letting you because it's using the default of an existing workbook.
Yeah, that's what my situation is.
Okay, I'll see what I can find out and I'll send you a link.
All right, thanks, hon. I appreciate it. And I
No
hate to-
problem. No
I hate to
problem.
put you through all this extra work because we're
No,
all
it's
tired.
fine. It's not a big deal. It was 5 minutes.
All right,
But you may be in a situation where you can't change the default in the past.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
will
yeah.
find out.
okay. I was thinking I might have to go to a whole new, start a whole new book and start from scratch, you know, for next year. Because it's kind of frustrating. Every time I put an entry, I got to make sure, I got to look up to see what size
No,
font is going in there.
No, Tony, but you for sure can change the worksheet you're working in.
Permanently?
That worksheet, if you
Yeah.
click in the top left corner,
Go
so
ahead.
you've selected the whole worksheet
Right.
and you go up and you put the font and the size, it should do it for that sheet.
I see, that's the problem. As soon as I go to a new box, you know,
You have to select the entire worksheet.
is there a place to do that, I guess? huh?
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
So
okay.
if I have it open and I select the whole worksheet, do you see there's a tiny little space up between the A and the 1?
Yes.
If I click on that, I have selected the worksheet.
Okay. That's what I haven't been doing.
If I change this to Britannica Bold
Yeah, right.
16,
Right.
every sheet, look,
Yeah,
every
okay.
square is the same.
All
So
right.
you can change the new sheet and you can
So you-
change what, you just have to select the whole worksheet.
Okay, that's what the problem is. I haven't been doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll solve it, I'm sure. I'm going to try it right now.
You go.
All right, thank you, hon. I appreciate it.
You're
I'll s-
welcome.
I'll see you tomorrow or the next day.
You'll see me the next day, I think, unless
right.
how Nani gets out.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, hon.
Bye.
Bye.